Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rivalz podcast, the podcast where two friends who are fans of rival teams talk about sports. We're your hosts, Drew and Noah, and today, we're back, and we'll be talking about the NBA for the last week since our last episode, and our schedule it's loaded for today with lots of players, events, All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend is the main event we're going to be talking about.
Something that happened yesterday, or this morning, excuse me, but like Griffin, and so, yeah, that's important.
All-Star Weekend was just yesterday, and we just wanted to get a video out for you guys since we haven't done it in this last week. Just a bit busy, but it was a interesting All-Star Weekend, to say the least.
Yeah, and so we'll go right to the standings.
Yeah, this is just...
They'll come up on screen, we won't really talk about them.
This is actually pretty, important standings, because this is halfway through the season. Is this what people expected? Is this what they didn't expect? Let's see. Let's just go through them.
Eastern side. It's remained same teams. Obviously, Knicks and Celtics they've swapped a bunch.
Yeah.
They've all been swapping, but they're all staying in the same. Top three have stayed the same the whole season.
Yeah, let's just a few of the surprises. I feel like halfway point would be a good way to talk about surprise teams underperforming, right? Let's just name a few. We got. Knicks are overperforming Hornets. We didn't know LaMelo Ball would be this much of an impact on them.
And then Pacers. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, they've been on a kind of a cold streak lately.
They were on a win streak. They looked like a good team the first 2 weeks of the season. They haven't looked good since.
Yeah, the Pacers. We actually expected them to be really good. Ever since that James Harden trade, where they sent Victor Oladipo to the Rockets and they got Karis LeVert, LeVert's been injured a couple games. A lot of stuff's happened. TJ Warren's been out. Just not looking good for the Pacers so far, but they are sneaking in that play-in spot. As you can see, we have a little bold thing there. That is where the playoff picture ends, as this year they're going to have a play-in tournament for the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seeds because of the, COVID restricting games and stuff. So another underperformer would be the Hawks.
Yes.
Hawks have been...
I want to say that their current record, they're sitting at 16-20, currently as the 11th seed.
Yeah.
But this is what they looked like at the beginning of the season to start off the first month or so. Then they got hot, won a few games. I think at most they got up to the 6th or 5th seed, and they're going back and forth. So I'm undecided on what to think about them.
Yeah, they're really close. They're one game behind the Pacers from the playoffs, but the Hawks, we all thought they would be way better than how they are now, because if you looked at their free agency signings and everything, I'm pretty sure they had, who they signed? They signed Rajon Rondo, Danilo Gallinari.
Huge, right?
Yeah. Trae Young, we thought would be even better than before. He didn't even make the All-Star team. Actually, I feel like we should probably talk about couple of things. Let's just briefly go over a couple of things, right? That happened this week. This past week. Knicks Spurs. Knicks got blown out. Whatever. Derrick Rose is out.
Knicks
million excuses.
Wrecked.
Look, hey. Derrick Rose was out. Derrick Rose was out. Taj Gibson was out. Mitchell Robinson was out. We had one center the entire game. Frank Ntilikina was starting, and Anyway, that's something that happened. Multiple injuries to the All-Star team, or COVID restrictions. There was Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, all of these guys, and so they had to put some subs in, Devin Booker was actually a sub, and then he got injured,
and then Mike Conley.
Mike Conley.
Why was Mike Conley?
You could say, you could kind of say that DeMar DeRozan got snubbed like 3 times from the All-Star team, and I truly believe he's better than Mike Conley, and he should have gotten in, but.
Okay, we'll talk about this in a sec, but Mike Conley put on a show in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And
we'll go right over. That's the Eastern Conference Cavaliers. We won't talk about them. We don't need to talk about them.
We've made multiple things on them. All right, Western Conference. It's kind of stayed relatively the same the entire season.
Currently, Jazz still leading it. Suns surging again. Obviously, here I'll just go through top 8, and actually I won't go through the play-in, but currently to the top 6 is Jazz at 27-9, Suns at 24-11, Lakers and Clippers both with 24 wins at the 3 and 4 seed, Trailblazers 21-14 as the 5th seed, and the Nuggets are 21-15. So they've gone on a kind of a streak. And then for the play-in, which I'm pretty sure 7-8, 9-10. If don't correct me if I'm wrong, no, and that's the Spurs, Mavericks, Warriors, and Grizzlies.
Yeah, so, the Western Conference, the Mavericks are actually kind of on a surge right now. Have been doing really well. The Warriors have kind of been taking a little bit of a step down. Spurs been they've just got back from like a big COVID restricting games and stuff, but they've been a little bit sluggish. Other than that Knicks game, we don't want to bore you with the standings too much. Let's just get on to the episode, and let's get on to the biggest like move this and it came right during All-Star, and that is Blake Griffin has signed a deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, when I heard this news, I was shocked. Well, I guess I didn't really. It was in the back of my mind that he might go to Brooklyn. I mostly thought he would go to maybe like the Heat would be a good option. The Warriors would be a good option. That's what I was thinking. But he went to the Nets, and it's just adding on to their four-headed monster in Brooklyn. I'm a Knicks fan, so obviously don't really like the Nets. But okay. You just kind of gotta respect.
When you go about it, there's like up and downs and cons, you name it. And your offense is going to be insane. You're going to still average top 8 most points per game in the NBA. Now, if you flip over to the other side of the ball, you're screwed.
Yeah, you are.
Because
screwed.
Your defense is now even worse than it was before. They're having to outscore teams and beat them, and that's totally fine. But when you meet a team like the Lakers when they're at their best, the Jazz, other Eastern and Western conferences, the Sixers, who are really good defensive teams. When it comes down to it, if your offense is soft.
Yeah, no, they have been improving defensively this entire season. They've been going up, but it's just adding Blake Griffin. I'm expecting him to start most likely, right? Because they'd have Kyrie at the 1, James Harden at the 2, Durant at the 3, Blake Griffin at the 4, DeAndre Jordan at the 5. That's just a monster starting lineup. They could be building right now basically what the Warriors were with Curry. Maybe not as much chemistry, for the Warriors just gelled when you watch them on the court. These guys, it is their first season. So let's go to some more pros and cons. Pro, great threat for the playoffs. As of right now, I've looked everywhere. They haven't released what his official contract is, but they did say, I'm pretty sure it is a 1-year deal. So they're going to have him for the playoffs, and that's going to be really just... that's one more guy that they're going to have to... So a team's going to figure out how to cover on offense. because most people were like, oh my gosh. Well, obviously the Clippers, for example, they have, people were saying Pat Beverly can shut Kyrie down. Paul George can shut can shut James Harden down. Kawhi Leonard can shut Kevin Durant down. They stand no chance against the Clippers. But now that they have Blake Griffin, who's going to shut him down? Not that many teams have 4 great defenders that can guard that. And the last con would be you have to clear up money if they want to re-sign him next year. Pistons actually had a contract buyout. That's how he got released. And his contract was crazy big. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I think it was like $30 million a year or something. It was crazy. It was a max. And I'm pretty sure he had to have signed a really low contract, just from logic. And I don't know. They'd have to let go of a few people, or someone would have to take a
looking forward, it's going to get complicated, but on the money side of it. But as of right now, if you want to win this year, it's a great signing.
Yeah, this could really. A lot of people were thinking, weren't sure if the Nets were going to make the finals or even win the finals. But this is pretty much their push. I think they're easily going to get to the finals. Whoever gets to the finals in the West, I don't exactly know who. It's kind of a fight out there, but again, I hope they have a good fight because these guys are coming for the throat.
You should be scared.
Yeah. And so, signing grade, well, we put an A. It's always great to get Blake Griffin on a small contract for your already almost first in the Eastern Conference team. Mm-hmm.
So that's Blake Griffin signing with the Nets this morning when we're filming this. And so that was huge. But we'll go to the other bigger part of this week, and more like Sunday, because this is when it all took place.
Did you even say All-Star Weekend, or the whole thing was All-Star in one night? So I guess it's All-Star Day.
Well, a little different this year, but we still got a fun All-Star Day.
Fun thing. A lot of people had different opinions on it. You probably read from the title, it's probably going to be something
Knicks got a few. They had players competing in most of it. Two events with players competing in.
Yeah.
So in the first event, we had the skills challenge. And I just want to say that the only person who tried was the person who won.
Yeah, everyone was just jogging up and down the court. Chris Paul missed a layup.
It was fun. It was more like a fun.
I think everyone just didn't really want to. It was more of a fun weekend. It wasn't much of a
different because I get it's like they're playing the All-Star game later that night.
Yeah.
Like you want to save your energy if you're going to play an All-Star game.
Yeah, I think all of those, except for Robert Covington.
I don't want players to try.
Yeah, except for Robert Covington and the skills challenge, every other player was an All-Star. So, yeah, they probably just wanted to put a show on for the thing, but I guess for the fans, but in the All-Star game. But I guess Sabonis just wanted to, win it, take it home for Indianapolis. There was a new format, which was interesting. I didn't really like this format very much. It was the 2 guards just got a free bye to the second round. I honestly would have just rathered it be just add 2 more guards and then it could just be a regular bracket, like last year. But I guess maybe they wanted to restrict the COVID, like how many players are going to be there. But then again, they could have just taken like anybody. Like even there's so many great All-Stars that could have been chosen. Like Kyrie Irving, he could be in the skills challenge. He probably, I don't know if he would accept. Then again, players do have to say that I want to be in it.
So we won't sweat too much about it. So it was still fun.
Skills challenge wasn't very. It was quick. It was just a little. Okay, let's be honest. Who really wants?
It was a little fun watching Sabonis be the only one who tried.
Yeah. Every single year, though, let's be honest here, who just looks forward to just the skills challenge? It's just one of those events that's probably just for... Honestly, NBA is a business. You gotta pay whatever pays. It's just ad revenue, pretty much. Anyway.
Taco Bell, you get your paying.
You get your Taco Bell skills
The next event, by far, is my personal favorite because it's just like, and they pour their whole heart into it, no matter what the player is. They're always trying in this, and you want the glory of saying, "I won the 3-point contest."
Yeah.
And Curry Steph Curry now has the ability to say, "I've won it multiple times."
Curry if Curry's in the competition, it should just be called the one player can compete with Steph Curry competition.
Yeah, and this year was Mike Conley, obviously. Beginning first round, it was, if I had to predict early, my dark horse was Donovan Mitchell.
Same with me. That was my guy too.
Obviously, go-to was Curry, obviously came through. But
D Wade was asking for Curry to get 30, and he got 31.
First round, all of them go through it. I think first at the time, I'm actually not positive what it was, but then it was Mike Conley, 26, and then Curry comes up. He puts up 31.
31, that's just amazing. He missed his first 2 shots.
And then he missed one the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he missed maybe 4 total shots the entire time, which is just insane. I'm pretty sure he hit all of them on his money ball rack.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, let's talk about the new addition, though, real quick.
Yeah.
They added these Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah, last year they added them.
Yeah.
Not very well noticed last year, but they got them this year. Last year, only I think 1 or 2 guys made them total. No one made them both times.
Yeah, this year, it makes such a big difference. Because, if you think about it, it's just 3 points each. If someone hit both of those, that's an entire rack that they just made. So I have another point coming up, but let's talk about the finals real quick.
Yeah, and then you get to the finals.
It was
Conley, Tatum, and
Curry.
Tatum looked good.
Tatum, we all knew Curry was going to beat out Tatum.
Tatum missed all on his money rack. He didn't make a single one, but...
It was mostly between Curry and Conley.
Conley comes up as a second competitor in the finals. He looked insane. He did what Curry did, but obviously he missed his first, I think, 4 or 5, and he didn't miss again. Nailed both the green Mountain Dew balls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I think he had 28 points, yeah.
Yeah, 27 or 28. And it's like Curry now has to win. Curry comes up, he makes a few shots. It was like 3 for 5 on the first rack. He's comes down to the last 2 racks. He has to make, if he wants to win, he has to make the majority. Makes as many as he can, I think 3 or 4 on the second to last rack. Gets the last rack.
He has to make
4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4.
4 out of 5. He makes 3 and then misses. Comes down to his last shot with 5 seconds left, and he nails it.
He nails it, the money ball for the win. And I want to say I was talking about the Mountain Dew rack, or the Mountain Dew shot, I guess. Those 2 shots, Curry hit both of those shots in his final round. Mike Conley hit one of those shots in his final round.
Yeah,
if this was regular format,
in the first round, Curry hit both as well.
Yeah, if this was regular format, no Mountain Dew shots, Mike Conley would have won. Those 6 points, you take them away. Curry had, I think, either 28 or 29. Don't remember. Let's just say, for the sake of it, 29. Mike Conley had 28. Mike Conley hit 1, so you take away -3. He had 25 points in total.
Yes.
Curry had 29. He made 2. He made both of them. Take away 6, 23. So Conley would have won by 2. That's still, well, then again, that shot would probably, you really just never know. But yeah, Curry just dominated, honestly. It's so, his shot is so fluid. It's just all one motion.
You knew heading into that last round, he might struggle on a few shots, but he's gonna win.
Yeah.
It was flawless for him. But, and so those are those two events. We'll head to at 5 o'clock was the All-Star game, tipped off. Obviously, first half, Giannis was putting on a show, didn't miss a single shot.
Yeah. We'll say halftime. We get to halftime.
It's halftime.
It's the dunk contest.
The dunk contest. I wasn't a big fan of it this year. Usually I'm not a big fan of it because it kind of gets repetitive with the dunks.
A lot of people were saying this is the worst dunk contest of all time. I wouldn't say it's the worst of all time. I don't think it was.
If you just look at the participants, you think, oh, it's 3 rookies. And you're like, oh, really? Like, this is gonna be a slugfest dunk contest. But I was interested a little bit, but
I think everyone just was very disappointed by. Everyone wanted Zion, Ja Morant.
To only have 3 people compete was a little difficult.
And it's just, man. Okay, I'm gonna go through the entire thing.
Yeah, first round.
First dunk, Cassius Stanley.
Oh, it's Stanley.
I've only heard him. I've heard his name like once, and that was against us, and he caught an alley-oop, got pretty high. So he does his first dunk. I'm pretty sure it was like a 360 through the legs, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, and he
They look clean.
It looked clean dunk. Refs give him. I mean, not refs. They were playing like refs this year. Judges give him a. I think like 3 9s or like 4 9s and an 8 or something. It was 44 was the exact score.
Wilkins gave him a 10, but so.
Yeah, and then you go next dunk. We have Obi Toppin. I was rooting for my guy Toppin. He did I had never seen that dunk. Apparently Zach LaVine did it a week ago. I didn't actually see that, but I saw it. I've seen it now. He bounced it through his legs and caught it midair and did a reverse dunk. Judges liked it, I guess. He got a 40.
Yeah, the judges were a little disappointed, and the announcers even said it as well. Reggie Miller.
Yeah, they were saying Reggie Miller.
They were saying, I agree with it. He's 6'9", I think, and he did that. I feel like he could have done more with his height.
Yeah, that was his first dunk was like too great, but then basically. Apparently the judges liked it because they gave him a 48. Then Anthony Simons comes up, and what did he do? Oh, he puts a little Nerf gun hoop top of the backboard square. Basically just jumps high, picks it up from the up there, and dunks it.
Yeah, and
it was a very basic dunk. I don't think.
I thought it was only interesting because of his height, but still pretty.
Most of Anthony Simons' dunks was just showcasing how high he could jump.
Yes.
So.
And then obviously they both dunked again. Moving on to the final round was Toppin and Simons, and I was at this point I thought Toppin would destroy him.
Actually, no. Wait. Let's talk about the second dunks. Cassius Stanley. Real quick, just real quick, we'll say it. Cassius Stanley did a really basic dunk. I don't know what he was thinking. He just bounced it up and caught it with one hand and dunked it. That's it. Then Toppin comes, brings out his dad. His dad's his dad. I've heard about this. His nickname back then, he was a street ball dunker, and he got all his inspiration for dunking from his dad, and his name was Dunker's Delight. And apparently, Shaq and Kenny and all those guys knew him, so that's pretty cool. He brought out Julius Randle, brought out his dad, and he jumped over both of them and did a one-handed windmill. I thought it was pretty sick.
I thought that was personally my favorite dunk of the whole contest.
Yeah, And he did, he missed his first, and I think that's why he got a points taken away. But for me, at least, I don't think he should have gotten that many points taken away. Because he got, I think, like 2 8s or something and 3 9s, something like that. Like, it was bad, and I don't know. I just thought it was a great dunk. But yeah, Anthony Simons comes up, brings out the T-Mac jersey, and does a 360 double clutch. That was a good dunk. But yeah, he got the highest score of the second round.
And Toppin and him move on. Stanley left out of the final round.
Yep.
And going into it, it was the judge's decision on who should win. You just got one dunk each. Toppin comes up. His dunk was, I want to say, it was a little basic. And yet again, for his height, it was a little boring to watch. But then you're thinking, oh, it's probably going to be better than. There's no way Simons can top it because.
Yeah, it was a through the legs from one step inside the free throw line. So, yeah, I thought that was a really great dunk, but I guess the judges
Simons
didn't.
Comes up and he just makes a normal dunk, and everyone's like, why would he do that? Like why? Why would you dunk like that when you're in the finals? And then they show the replay, and it shows him. It was debatable, but they show him like he blew a kiss to the rim, like next to it. But it would have been more impressive if he actually kissed the rim.
Then again, okay, I'm gonna say my opinion on this. One, I think Obi Toppin should have won. Why? Because Anthony Simons did not kiss the rim. He wasn't high enough to kiss the rim. We have a picture on screen.
I think the only reason I'd say I would have voted for him if I was a judge is because no one ever like blows a kiss. Not touching, like actually touching the rim and kissing it.
I know, but the thing, this is why I dock points. We have a picture on screen right now. You can see it. That was the peak of his jump, and then he turned away. Does that look like that? Is that close at all to kissing the rim? I mean, it's close. It's impressive that he got that high, but he's not at the rim. Like, it's not kissing the rim. He failed his dunk, basically.
But if you forget about him blowing a kiss at the rim, it's just a normal dunk.
I know, and that's why I think Toppin should have won.
Your average NBA player can do that.
I know Josh Smith and another judge, I think Spud Webb, said that Obi Toppin should have won, but everyone else said Anthony Simons, and yeah. A lot of people on social media were saying this was the worst dunk contest of all time. I'm done with this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I don't think it was the worst of all time.
I don't think it was the worst either. But I think it's definitely been regressing the last few years.
Yeah.
Ever since last year's Derek Jones, Aaron Gordon debacle, it's definitely regressed.
Yeah, ever since last year. Last year was a really great dunk contest. It's just and
then the judges messed it up completely.
Yeah. They could have had a dunk. I wanted a dunk off. And
yeah, here's the thing. It's like they're regressing because their originality. When it first started, many years ago, 30 plus years ago, it was original. All your dunks were original. Short guys would do it. Spud Webb won it. It was amazing.
Nate Robinson won it.
Now it gets repetitive. They do a 360 windmill. They do a between the legs dunk.
They take out a jersey of a player that already did a dunk and then copies that dunk. It's just,
So,
ever since that Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon dunk off,
yes.
I don't think anyone can ever top that. That was one of the best dunk contests of all time.
It hasn't been the same sense because those guys go from just they do a few dunks a year to all of a sudden they are completely flying across the air.
Man, that dunk with Aaron Gordon where he was just sitting in the air basically over the mascot under the legs, that was amazing. All right, let's not talk about the dunk contest now. Let's move on to the All-Star Game. All-Star Game, we got the All-Star Game 2021 summary. This is just basically some little headlines. We got Steph Curry and Damien Lillard have a shootout. That was the most entertaining thing of All-Star Day, for me at least. for me, because just to see these guys, everyone, it was such a big debate. Who's better, Curry or Damien Lillard? It's just, you can just see him. He literally, Damien Lillard pulls up from before the line of half court. That's how far he pulls up from, hits it. Then Curry goes maybe one step inside the line, hits it. Then second half comes, Lillard just...
like they kept doing it. They kept going back and forth.
Yeah, just back and forth. Lillard ended up with 32. Steph Curry ended up with 28, I think. Just crazy game. Giannis makes history and wins All-Star MVP. Honestly, yeah, that's just amazing. Just crazy. Like, 16 for 16. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. Team Durant couldn't win a single quarter.
It was a mismatch.
Yeah, it was bad. It kind of sucks that these players like Joel Embiid and Kevin Durant were injured for Team Durant. I think it would have gone a lot differently if those players were there, as Joel Embiid is leading the MVP race right now, and Kevin Durant is just one of the most dominant players in the NBA. And here's some good things the NBA did. They highlighted some HBCU schools. That stands for Historical Black Colleges and Universities. That was pretty cool. And they raised $1.75 million for charity that All-Star game. So that was most of it went to Team LeBron's charity of choice, but some I'm pretty sure Team Durant still got $500,000 for just participating. They didn't want to come home empty. So
it was definitely a unique All-Star game. I still thought they did a good job with it, even during COVID. Still did a good job with it.
All right, so Drew, why don't you talk about the players?
Yeah, so the MVP and then other players did pretty well. Giannis, 16 for 16 for 35 points, 3 assists, and along with 7 boards. Like, that's just not normal for his position in the All-Star game as well.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, I don't know how many years ago was it, with Anthony Davis when he had that crazy, leading most points in an NBA All-Star game. He missed most of his shots.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis, he would have been on pace for that. But the thing is, Giannis,
he had 2 banked threes, which was crazy. 2 banked threes.
Mm-hmm. And then we talked about Curry and Lillard. Lillard with 32, Curry with 28, and it was all team run. Except one highlight for Team Durant was Kyrie with 24 on the board for him, but it was a one-way battle with Team LeBron.
Giannis, yeah, we talked about him. Damien Lillard, at the end of the game, I think he scored the last 11 or 8 points, something like that, to end the game. I remember exactly he drove in for a layup, then he hit a step back 3, then he hit another 3, then he came up to end the game. Dame time, 167-150. Dribbles up the court, pulls up from half court again. He already did this in this game. He does it again to end the game, hits it, points to the wrist. It's a Dame time. It's just incredible to watch. Stephen Curry had 28 points. I think some people thought he would be MVP, but then Giannis broke an All-Star game record with 16 from the field. And Kyrie Irving was the best player for Team Durant this game. So, yeah, that's probably going to end it off for this episode. It was a fun one.
Shorter one, but we're back.
It was kind of a long one. It was medium, 35 minutes.
So this will be released sometime a little while from. So you'll be seeing it Monday right now, and tomorrow on Tuesday we'll be releasing our NFL free agency. 3 players every NFL team must sign.
Yeah, we delayed it just because we wanted to get our All-Star reaction as soon as possible. And it's been a pretty. We missed a very important week for both NBA and NFL.
But then we'll be back. We'll be consistent for the next few weeks, maybe adding a few extra episodes, but we'll be consistent. And Thursday we'll have we're undecided on if it's NFL or NBA. We're looking towards NBA, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll either have there could be, I don't know, there probably will be an episode Thursday. But we'll probably have a bonus episode Tuesday. And thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content,
be sure to like and subscribe.
Comment
down below what'd you think of it?
Yeah. Well, what was your opinion on All-Star Game? I'm curious. And we picked a bad week to get to take off, kind of, but.
So, thank you for watching.
Also, another thing. We also hit 30 subscribers. That's crazy milestone.
Over a month and a half. Hit that, so that was nice.
That was really cool. So thanks for supporting the channel. Be sure if you're not subscribed and if you like the content, subscribe. Popping up on screen, we got season 1. We got our latest episode, which is 2 weeks ago, and it was what was it? Shoot.
Spurs-Knicks preview.
Spurs-Knicks preview, yes. And also our All-Star players reaction. So, thanks for watching.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see ya.